Okay, the feed dropping test has just changed a bit because I've got to get someone to get his bucket for me. So he's using because he's got a bigger size bucket, it won't show as much feed residue, but this is also a scene where he ate from the feeder he's in now, which is bigger. This was the other day, and I can't remember which day exactly. Can't remember if it's rained since then, but what I wanted to do today is because I know it's not going to rain until later, much later, so I could do the feed testing. But look, you can see he's dropping, right? He just stalked me around. He's so cute. He came into our little area where we do our washing up and stuff, and where our water tank is, and he actually got through this tiny little gap. I could not believe he got through it. I know he's skinny, but he's still wide, like, you know, he's got a sheer skeleton, but he's obviously... So this is what he's got here. He's got a mixture of pellets, copper, and... Oh, that thing's broken. The thing I have to fix it. Hi, my bub. Hi. Look, he's dropping it everywhere. I've put it up here because this tyre almost ended up on the road. We'll have to secure it up here somewhere. He pushes his feed containers around, so I've put it kind of into this corner a bit because he was almost going to push it back into their paddock. And why I want to do this test while he's out here is because they're not pushing each other off their feeds. And what I need to do is, and I will get to this point, I used to have a setup where they're all trained, so they know which one's their feed, and that's it. They get their feed and that's it. And I'll train them so they don't push each other off and they stay at the one feed bowl. It's just just takes a bit of time, and we've only just got set up. Hello, my boy. I'm going to sit down. Oh, sitting down. Hello, Mr. Henry. Say hello to everyone. Hi. Hi. There's Henry. He's a good boy. It's been a really hot day, and he was sitting there panting. I was getting worried about him, and then he got himself up and moved because I thought because he's got the creek, and if it gets hot, he can go into the creek. And I've had a couple of showers today, just like I have hose showers. I set up when I say a hot bowl, I mean a black bowl, and I fill it with water every day. Like when I finish my shower, I fill it with water. And then, so it's warm when I want to have my wash in case it's a bit cool. But I find I normally had to add cold water to it as well because it's too hot. And then I also use the hose to rinse myself off. But that bucket's a good way to get yourself kind of used to, you know, getting the water on you. And he is such a good boy. Like Cleo, at this same stage, like I picked up his feeder, I fed the girls before I fed him, and he was out here, so I was walking past him with buckets and stuff, and you couldn't have done that with Cleo. It would have actually been dangerous. He's fine. I was able to pick up the tyre, move his feeder. He just follows me around as he... I left a little bit of feed in the bucket for him to go and prepare the rest of his meal, and I hear him whinnying. You can see he's dropping all that there. I know, I'm talking about you. And he came round and he followed me right around while I was putting the water in. That's how come he followed me to where we do the washing up, and that's where the taps are. I was putting the water in his feed, and then I went through the skinny bit thinking, oh, he'll have to turn around now. He followed me, and I came back. I just wanted to get here in time because I just didn't know how he'd be when he discovered there was food in the bucket, even though it's a contradiction to what I just said, but I had an empty bucket. I know that if I've got a bucket and he'll want to start snatching food, I just didn't want to get into it with him. Rick Gore would probably say, oh, well, you know, I don't know what Rick would say actually, but rather than have the conflict, I'd rather avoid the conflict and just get the food in and tip the food in. It was so wet that it nicely slid in. I'm trying it a bit wetter, and I can't really say for sure that he's dropping less because this is a wider bucket, but maybe he's dropping less. He's still dropping. I think part of it is he just takes massive mouthfuls. I think he's just... I don't know. I just don't know what to think. Oh, I hate this. I've got another message while it's so annoying while I'm filming. Anyway, yeah. Look, I will keep him. I've been really thinking about it. I thought, now that I'm not feeling so sick, that's helped, and I've made some financial decisions to make it a bit easier for me to manage in how we're going to build. We're just going to go slower, and that will make things easier to cope with the commitments that we have to the animals. Means we'll be staying in these little demountables for longer, and but that will be easier. It means I can afford to get a dentist back out. They need their feet done. I need to get the farrier back out and things like that. I don't need to feel stressed about it, because when you're always pushing yourself financially, all these things add up. And not just that, you know, getting car rego, everything. I mean, everybody knows the cost of living kills you. It's just horrendous. Well, one thing is I don't have an electricity bill, but I run a generator, so I have to buy petrol. So we've got part of a solar power. We do have some solar power hooked up. It's not very good. I think the battery's dead, but I've got another kit that we've got to get set up, and we're going to be actually setting up a proper solar power system. We missed a drop a lot. Yeah. Yeah, and I need to buy oil to put into his feed, and I think I need to seriously start adding. I want to get a bigger bowl, because this is wasting money, and he's not going back to eat it either, I might add, which actually is a good sign. It means he's not as hungry as he would have been when he first arrived. He would have gone back, and I noticed he was picking it up from the ground, and the other horses would come along and eat it too. But they're not out and about. I can trust him now that he's happy here. Remember, he escaped the first night out of the electric fencing, and he's escaping now to this paddock, and the others aren't, so I don't know how he's getting out. I've got to find out. But he's not going far, and then Cleo goes and spends company with him down the other end, and Penny's not brave enough to make it over there, and so she whinnies. She spends part of the night and the day whinnying from here by herself, calling for them, and I feel a bit sad because they don't come back, but they're all up here now. I was surprised. I didn't know where he was, and it's good that they're back here. Henry's just here. Henry's getting good, stable, settling down, and that's another thing. I need to book in his desexing. I'll do that I might wait the next, maybe, I've got to take a family member back to hospital, and I just want to make sure this gastric thing's passed, so either next week or the one after, book him in. It's just really bad. I can't go out running a fever anyway. I'm feeling that unwell, vomiting. It's not that we can't do that anyway. Yeah. I'm watching all that food go there, my love. I'm going to Google helping horses eat that have bad teeth. Because you see, even giving him hay as an extra would, if he's having trouble chewing, mind you, hay might not be so bad, because I don't know. Like, he grazes a lot. He spends a lot more time grazing than the others, don't you? He's trying to put weight on. Anyway, the girls are okay, and I'm really exhausted, so I'm just sitting here videoing sitting down. Here's the Brumby girls over here. The other horses, I can sort of see them, but I won't get them in the film. So there's the girls there. Always watching. I hope to be back to feeling healthy. I've got to catch up with my work, my paid work, and then catch up with what needs to be done around here. And I'm running out of the other feeds. I got a shock when I opened them up. I was like, oh damn. I've still got plenty of chaff. Got enough to give him another couple of feeds, or a few feeds, but you'll have to have mainly pellets. I bought like 5 bags of pellets the other day. I'm going through a bag a day. It's crazy. They're pony pellets without grains in them. I don't mind the brand I buy. Like, I've done a fair bit of investigation into it. I actually like the ingredients that they use. And He's pretty happy. Yeah, that food, the food he's got now isn't as big as I thought. I really can't give him just massive feeds. Like, it's okay occasionally, just if I'm really sick, just to give him that. I don't know. The problem with massive feeds is it forces the food will then go into the hindgut, and it can cause a thing called hindgut acidosis. So, hi, my man. Yeah, and I'm no expert, that's for sure. Okay, I really haven't been saying much, am I? I'm just tired. But looking at his feet, I can see he needs his feet done. I'll just get the farrier to come out and we'll do all of them. I just wanted to work with the Brumbies more before I got him out. And it's going to rain every day this week, which is good. Just makes it so hard to get around into those paddocks. But it's just tough luck. Just going to just have to do it. My gumboots are leaking. I need to get another pair of gumboots. It never ends, does it? I mean, it's not that that's a big deal. It's just that there's always something. That's everybody's life. It's banjo. I need to get a bridge or something across there. It's too hard to reach them. Hello. You know, he's looking at me. He was looking at me then. He's very alert. Yeah, it's good. And so's Halo. Like, they're two horses, and God, they look alike to me, except she's Palomino, he's Chestnut. Very similar blaze, similar builds. Mind you, so's Ava's got the same build too. They're just different colouring. And Paddy's similar, it's just younger. He's 3, so his legs still seem a bit, he hasn't finished filling out. This is it's such good terrain for them. See up there, and there's a big rock there, and it's good for their feet, it's good for their bodies, their muscles, muscle tone, agility. And that was the thing today when I was feeding Arthur this morning, is he ran up the embankment to me, and I've seen him running up and down embankments, and he's doing it quite easily, so that's a good sign. He doesn't seem to be in pain to me at all. I've not seen any signs of him being in pain. I did treat Cleo for ulcers with lecithin, and that worked really well, and I forgot to do that for Arthur. I still could do it, but he seemed to be actually doing okay. But he might have ulcers. So probably for the sake of his own well-being, I should do that. It's a treatment that I don't know if everybody would say that works, but it seemed to help Cleo, because she seemed to be in so much pain for so long, and after the lecithin that helped. And I also used, there's Penny trying to, she can't push him off. Cleo must have pushed her off her feed. She's having a drink. Oh no, I just realised he's probably dropping food into the drink bowl. Well, that was a stupid idea, wasn't it? I'll have a look at it when he's done, and it needs to be washed out regularly anyway, so it's not the end of the world. She's having a good drink. Yeah, I did think of putting in more, but I actually think I've used that bowl even for the 3 horses. You'd be surprised. Like, it fills up enough water for them for a day, but the thing is they're not left alone anyway. So it gets filled up during the day and stuff like that. But I did a test by not filling it up to see how long it would last, and it lasts 2.5 days. I think that wouldn't last as long in a very hot day. Today's been actually quite hot, 30 degrees, 31 degrees. Look at her. What'd you do? That was so cute. You're trying to get his dinner. It's not fair, is it? It's not fair. Your feet need to be done too. And that bit's muddy because we keep overflowing the water, and that's not good. So I need to sort out my water handling technique. I don't need my horses to be standing in mud when they drink their water, because that really shouldn't get muddy there. It's actually gravel. It's where gravel meets dirt, but it's not too bad. Could put some more gravel down, or get some, what do you call it? Crusher dust. because that hardens. Something like that. And just put it there and get it to harden. And I think I might do that. Might set up their feeders, because I've been thinking about this, because they'll become muddy along there. It's only a matter of time. Everywhere does where you're regularly handling them, unless you move it around. But I'd rather just set things up, have it nicely organised so I can feed them from the outside of the fence. Put them in, it makes it safer for me when they're pushing each other around. I don't want to be hustling and have eyes in the back of my head. It means also if I'm not here, it's safer for people who aren't as experienced if they're feeding them. And then just put down some matting or gravel or something there. I actually don't mind gravel. Some people are critical of gravel, but I think it's actually kind of good for their hooves. Gives them something to chip off. His front left hoof doesn't look good, does it? The angle of it. So I might do that now. Actually, when I finish this, I'll organise the farrier to come out. I always pay them in advance. I'm probably one of their best customers, and I put the money in their account. I come out, but that front left one's really bad. Bad angle. I don't like that angle at all. I'll get him to trim that maybe. You know, he's good at trimming them short, but look at this. They're not good, are they? I think he'll get better. I think we'll see as the bands grow in, he'll improve. I'm trying to think how long I've had him. So it was the 19th of January. The 19th of January. Did she take your dinner? I was having another drink. She's thinking, well, if I can't succeed on stealing his food through the gate, I'll have a drink. So, I love that girl. So, what was I thinking? Yeah, if we should notice a difference with his hooves as they grow out. And I've realised when I'm filming, I'm better off keeping the camera for more time on things for people to be able to stop and have a look at it. Mind you, on a video, you can always stop and go back and have a look. I mean, I do that. And I've talked for 17 minutes. Oh my God. Anyway, you can tell I'm feeling a bit better. My health doesn't help and the finances don't help. That's a challenge, you know. I chose to buy 80 acres just out of the city, so it's expensive, and then I'm left with trying to get the cost of building. But, you know, it could be a lot worse, couldn't it? You know, like most people can't afford 80 acres just, you know, an hour from the, you know, the north side of Sydney and an hour and a half into the heart of the city. So it's not too bad. Okay, guys. All first world problems we have here, really. I'll talk to you all later.